I brought this home, what, 4 days ago?
Yeah.
And what was your reaction to this?
Hideous.
It's not the prettiest car. It is windy. I'm trying to block my microphone here. Usually we wouldn't even use this. But yeah, look at this thing. The guy I bought it from said they had named it Grimace because it's kind of purple and ugly and blue and primer and rust and faded whatever. Are they wheels and do they turn?
Yeah, does this just need to be maybe one solid color?
You only want one color now, so
Not five. Not five.
so she says not five. So what colors are your favorites?
Yellow.
Yellow, and you like pink, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
This is magenta. This is like between a purple and a pink, and we're thinking about yellow with magenta highlights. That way I can leave the door jambs and it looks like it's on purpose, or leaving some magenta highlights and most of it being white, because white will hide my imperfections. Folks, I have never painted a car. What camera lady goes, shock. Oh. We have a Harbor Freight Extravaganza. I bought this probably 12 years ago, never used it. Finally got some stickies today at Harbor Freight. Got a water separator, got a pressure regulator. Those came out fast. This is an aggressive grit, this is 180. So this is me trying to scuff it real fast and good. Where the metal's pretty good, I'm not trying to take it all the way down the middle. These went real fast because they were already chips out, I guess. So I've got from like here up with the heavy grit. I'm using 180 to start, and you can see I'm going way too deep. I got about yay big over here on the hood. Still have some clear coat to get through, but I'll come back and I don't know how to do this stuff. I'm figuring out as I go. One thing I'm figured out is I have about 2 minutes of time before my compressor says, hold up, let me catch up. What do you think, camera lady?
Sounds good.
Are you going to be driving this thing too?
I don't know.
I think we'll both. I think this is going to be, you know, it's for our firstborn, but it's not going to be in her name. It'll be hers to drive. But if she's not driving it and we need to go to town, gas saver right here, because this is supposed to get 30. The truck's, I'm thrilled that the truck is getting 16.
And then the van.
And then the van gets like 23 usually. So, you know, this will be our little gas saver for now. And we're about out of air. Let that build back up. That's the rest of the roof, and progress is slow on this project. You want to give it a walk around? It was a little low there, but I decided not to fill it or anything. It's not that bad. It's got a dent here and here. And I started to use Bondo, and I suck at Bondo, so it hardened way too fast. Well, it's better than it was. Well, have you ever heard that life happens, or there's too many irons on the fire, or any kind of that sort of expression? That's why we've got like boxes of books on the back of the car, and a box of videos, and a battery charger on the ground, and the battery's dead, and yeah, it's that's a thing. So today what I'm doing, we're gonna try to get back on this neon. And it's just hot, and then we get thunderstorms roll through, it seems like at random. And so this garage is so tight, each stall is so tight, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to turn the car so it's widthwise, it's lengthwise instead of widthwise, yeah. Because it's hard to get around it. So if I want to work on it in the garage and not be beholden to the weather, and I've got a door over here and 2 doors over here, so I get a decent cross breeze usually. I think I'm going to turn it. So I bought from Harbor Freight one of these wheel dollies. Rip off a piece of this from this used to be the kids' floor like 2 houses ago. So we keep some of this laying around handy. Put that in there. I know what you're thinking. It's just an old beat up neon. Yeah, well, it's my old beat up neon. It's going to be my oldest first car to drive. So. See if I can just. Oof. Got to turn the caster wheels before they start going. There it goes. Whoop, whoop. Don't want to go too far. All right.
Don't wreck my already wrecked car.
I was talking about that a minute ago. I'm like, it's bad, but I don't make it worse. So rather than pulling on the fender, I'll go back over to that side and push. Well, my firstborn, whose car this will be, just took this one out with a little bit of help. The seal's stuck. But there's that beautiful original purple, magenta, whatever we call it. Just 4 nuts on the back and then pop the seal out. Rather than trying to tape around it, now we'll be able to sand it and get a better finish. Car's in the garage now. We can work in most weather conditions. It gets like super nasty, too hot to work. The hood's, I think, ready for a final hand sand, and then I'll be happy with it. Through the blue down to, I think this fender was originally green, it looks like. That old Dodge Emerald green. And we're going to try to keep that magenta stripe right along there. I just need to paint up that piece. Yeah, we're going to leave the back bumper on, I do believe. I think we can paint it with that on. Pulled the windshield cowl off and we found a rat's nest. Mouse nest. Complete with turds. Yeah. I'm going to vacuum that out. Just trying to take as much off so there's less taping for the paint job, and it'll be better paint job anyway that way. What do you say, camera lady? Taping it off. So we got a purple bumper, and we want to have that magenta stripe go all around, so we're taping it right now. I'm not a painter, okay? We'll see how we do here. Oh, a nice wide spray. Dang, that looks good. Little light right here. I don't want to go too heavy. That kind of matches. Well, I hope I didn't wait too long. It's not even tacky anymore. Pretty dry today. And then what we're going to do is we'll cover the new magenta when we paint this white, along with most of the rest of the car. And you can see it's definitely a color difference between the two, but hopefully we'll get away with it. And
Okay.
see if you can kind of see what I'm doing too.
Yes, you're taping a window.
I'm attempting to tape a window. I don't even like taping, like when painting the house. I usually just cut in, but I mean, this will be a spray, so you can't do that. I'm just taking extreme time. This tape is a little more flexible, so it can do decent curves. But so what have we got? Since last time we had the camera on it, we've finished sanding to the point where we're done sanding. Got it pretty smooth. We're going with white because we know there will probably be plenty of imperfections, being this is the first car that, see, I'm distracting myself, that I'll ever paint. So, you know, just go a little ways, tag it down. A little ways, tag it down. And do you see the sweat bead on my forehead?
Not quite.
Not quite. Give it another minute or two. I just wiped my brow. But we're going to go with white, a magenta stripe. I think the guy at the paint shop, I actually just went to bumper to bumper. I was referred there by the guys at Napa. They said go to bumper to bumper. They'll be able to get you a decent paint for not a ridiculous price. I still went in there and come out with, it wasn't a $600 bill, but they've got a single stage, and they're like what a lot of guys, more experienced guys, go with. It's cheap, quick. But I reminded them, like, well, what about for a beginner? What if I make a mistake? You know, and they're like, oh, definitely go with 2-stage. So I'll be doing a primer coat, a base coat, probably a couple coats of each, and then a clear coat. And since I'm doing 2 colors, I've already got the magenta touched up, so I'll do the white, and then we'll clear coat, pull the tape, clear coat over both, and then pull the tape off. And my worry, of course, is if I don't get the timing right, from what I've read, you'll pull tape and you'll pull the paint off with it like a latex in the house. It shouldn't happen, but again, I've never done this before, so hey, a good car to start with. Wait until night to do it because it's so daggone hot right now. Heat indices over 100 degrees. Come on. Dealing with water. Pretty cool, right? That's about all I can do. Half a door till my compressor builds back up. I'm also having to really watch the water. The lines are condensed, it's really humid right now. So I've had to stop, shake out the hoses a couple times to deal with the water. I also have this water separator, but this is a cheap disposable and it's already sopping wet. Better than nothing, I guess. So here it is done, well, not done, primed. And as I was going around, I did absolutely notice that there were a couple of spots where I made boo-boos. Not major though. My biggest disappointment is the painter's tape. I prepped it pretty well, I thought. And maybe it's because it's so humid, but a couple of spots, the painter's tape, the corners, came up a little bit. So I'm expecting to have a little bit of leak. But, I mean, I've said this a million times now, it's an $1,100 car. But, you know, I'm putting some time into it, so it'd be nice if it turns out good. So we'll see. I suppose now I have to sand it down, don't I? Ugh. Again, this is a filler primer, so you're supposed to just kind of knock it down smooth before giving it the base coat. It's got a rough finish, so I'm just going to scuff it with some 320. This is the highest grit I have handy. I was doing some reading on the interwebs, and it says like 400 or 500 would be better, but it's a neon from 3 decades ago now. So you can see a couple low spots and whatnot, so I'll try not to dig into the low spots, try to let the high fill primer do its job. I had my daughter come out here and re-stick the tape. Some of the tape was coming up in some spots, so it's not going to be a perfect paint job. Shocker. I like using the sticky back even if I'm not using the orbital. But idea here is to less is more. Less is more when you're just scuffing it before painting. I don't want to blow the masking off. Go a little lighter. Well, I couldn't go full bore on this because I'm afraid my taping job would get caught and ripped off. So I got a bunch off at least, and now we're going to go over it with a dry microfiber to try to pick up as much of that, and I can keep shaking it out. Do we have any clean ones? No. Or just rags? Oh, that bin of clothes you're going to throw out, but they're both dirty. Yeah. Clothes you're going to throw away, use for this. Well, now that the fan's off, it's hot. So we've got our reducer and our base. These are from Bumper to Bumper. I love how right on the container it says, for industrial use only. If you're not a professional, blah, blah, blah. And then it says, not for the general public. Cheapest sprayer I could find at Harbor Freight. I think it was like 30 bucks. Did all right on the primer. I think it'll do better on the paint because it's thinner. So it takes that and then half of that ratio. And then, no, actually, well, it takes 8 to 4 and then a half of some mystery item that they didn't give me. So I'm going to assume that's maybe some kind of special hardener or something. I'm not going to use it. It can't be that important if they didn't sell it to me. I'm sure they didn't leave that out by accident. But I don't know what the heck it is. All right, so what did I say? This and then half as much of that. So let's make sure. I think it's so thin. Oh yeah, the primer's got all that filler in it. So
a 2 to 1.
Yeah, a whole 2 1/2. Totally different. She really gets confused if you use fractions.
You do, yes. Basic fractions I can handle.
That's our running joke. She doesn't do. She's in medical, so she uses milliliters.
I use metric all the time. Centimeters is the way to go, and yeah.
But we're in America.
Yeah.
All right. So as suspected, we won't need to be doing. Yeah, it was like 15 to 20 minutes of me hand mixing because I know where. No, I don't know where it is. But I have a mixer for the drill, but it's covered in tar, I think, from the driveway. So it's got lines and stuff on this. Look, it's got milliliters for you.
Mm-hmm.
So if I do this much, I can do that much and then that much again. So I'm going to do about 200 and then fill it the rest of the way with regular. That's probably not enough. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, that breeze feels good, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if I did 200 of that, I need to use how much of the other? 400. She had it. She got it, folks. She got it. I think she was waiting to see if it was a trick question. So I'm going to be up to 600, which I think I just passed.
Yeah, looks like it.
Like skim milk. Excuse you, I'm at 575. Now I'll go over.
Stop.
All right. Precision. Now to go dump out whatever garbage I tried thinning it with mineral spirits, or cleaning this, I should say, after the primer. No. So then I used the reducer that came with it, and mucho.
You have a rag to dump it on?
No, I'm just going to dump it on the burn pile. Hey, Wasp, you better not land on my car, or me. Little mud dauber, isn't it?
I couldn't tell.
All right. Yeah, go. Go away. Tell all the other bugs to scram, too. Oh, come on. I mean, I got it caught. Thinking about it anyway. Blew out one clog and then just picked up another one. I don't know why. So I grabbed my old one, which has vents in the lid. I think we're just got a suction problem. So let's see. That's pretty wide. Spray pattern. I'm trying to figure my spray pattern. That's really. Whew. All right. Start with a inconspicuous spot. Fender, right? Wow, that's huge. Nothing like putting some rungs in it. Dang, that puts it out. that's a lot. Let's turn it down a little bit. Yeah, that's real good. That's terrible. Yeah. All right. A clear area is important. That's my run from earlier, that's fine. Want to build that pressure. Take a step outside. Crazy, what are you back? It's almost a no-doubter.
Sister! I'm acting as camera lady for Mr. Handyish. He is spray painting the neon. Yeah, sounds like you're munching on something. Pringles.
Yeah. Yeah, the bug already got on it too.
Of course.
I keep turning it down because it's so fast. First coat done. I'm not very good at this. I see a spot I missed over there. Or I didn't go heavy enough anyway. Hey, it'll be white. Right, it's gonna be a white car anyway. So I'm gonna do the top of the bumper first because that matters a little bit more. Prep on this is terrible. It's a neon. 97, did I mention? Super worried about it. Ah! Out of hose. get everything?
Did you get this side of the bumper? I don't think so.
Yeah, not very well. Oh, not over here at all. Alright, good enough.
Good enough.
First coat, good enough.
Moving in.
Moving in.
Going in!
I did the front quarter panel.
I don't exactly know, remember?
One panel at a time. I get greedy. I want to do the whole car length. It's like, stop. One panel. Is that 2 coats on everything now?
Yeah.
Well, that looks a lot better.
Yeah, it does.
This is all white. This trunk looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If the whole car looks like this trunk, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Right now, the hood's the worst looking thing. Of course, the hood was the worst looking thing to start with. Rusty and... That's not bad. Bug. Dead bug. Hope it looks better once I do clear, because it looks like...
Risky, risky.
Yeah, right? A little ladder around. Yeah, I'm either fearless or a fool or both.
Both.
Both. For sure, both. Woo! I just narrowly avoided a run. It doesn't look as good because it all dries at different rates. You know what I mean? It's drying and then the next one's drying, so you can't see the overlap real good. The lighting in here sucks. Those are my only lights. Other than outside. Alright, here we go. Last time I went this way. Yeah, I'm going to go this way. He's right there. Ah, man. So close. So close. That looks good too. It looks good except that. And that bug. Okay, Ryan?
They'll just make it bigger, but it'll be less to sand.
No, it made it way worse. Because it made the little underlayer pull-upable.
Oh.
So I just pulled up the underlayer. You guys gotta scream at me, don't do that! And then we throw on some bubbles, yeah. Just let it dry. Let it dry. I'll sand it and do it again. If my hair were longer, I'd pull it out. It ain't gonna hit it.
Okay.
If it does, it'll flip it out of the way. I went really heavy there. It looks great. I'm probably going too late, but I'm afraid of making it run.
Yep. It's not a high quality sprayer.
Well, can't blame it for everything. The skill level. I'm not that good at this. Did I mention this is my first paint job on a car ever?
Second. Dodge. Your Dodge truck.
No. I made one stripe down the side. That's all I did.
Oh.
Get out of here, wasp. I don't think we need to do the whole car. A lot of it's already got 3 coats. The top has 3 coats. The trunk lid looks good.
It'd be so nice if you had better lighting so you could tell if there was marbling or not.
Now they say eye pro, hand pro, whole body, whatever. We got good ventilation, and I don't do this every day, so I'm not getting constant exposure. And this probably isn't doing anything, barely anything.
All right, so this is coat number 3.
Or 3.5, I don't know.
That's 3.
That looks better.
Yeah, it does.
As long as stuff doesn't get in it.
Risky move! Risky move! He looked at me right before he did it, too. Like, this could be another blob.
Just doing as best I can with my eyeballs here in the light. Really not bad.
Well, you can tell the humidity's picking up because
Because
starting
I'm
to...
getting water in my daggone line, that's what. Ain't much longer and I have to stop and clear my lines out. Moisture starts to condense in your line. So your compressor takes all the ambient air, however much humidity, heats it up, which means it can take more moisture, and then when it runs through your lines, it's cooling the whole way from the hot tank through your cool lines, turning back into water. So you need a water separator on there. This one's junk. It's really like a single-use water separator. I can't call it junk. I need a legit one, but I don't do this every day or ever. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can. There's like no air movement. Fortunately, I need to wash and buff the Mustang anyway, so if there's any little bit of overspray, and it looks like one of my girls has some like red pinkish chalk on the back, so like we're not perfectionists around here, folks. Clearly.
Look what you're painting it on top of.
What? This is perfect. Isn't this what all the pros do? Absolutely no hoops given to overspray management at all. Camera lady. Cord management is important. Right there. It's all good. It's fine. This needs a couple more seconds before we pull the paint up. Pull the paint. Hopefully not pull the paint. We're gonna try.
Pull the tape.
Over here, I think we're ready to go. Might even be a little late. So I'm really kind of nervous about this. Actually, does it seem like we need another coat?
Well,
or is it just the shadows?
did you do all three sides? Did you do all the sides?
Yeah, but I don't like this. We need another coat. Little drippies. Alright, you ready for the big reveal? Question is, which way do I want to go? This way. Oh man. Woo! I have a feeling it's going to be bad, so I'm just going to, we're going to expect it to be bad.
Stop talking and just work. If this dries so fast and you got to get two, you know.
I really don't know. But it's not pulling the paint off, so hey, that's not too bad. Got it? Oh, got a little through. That will buff out. I should be able to get that off pretty easy. Oh my, does that look cool?
This is gonna look so retro.
Yes.
She's gonna love it.
This is what people did to cars in the 90s. The 90s, early 2000s. This is what you would do to a Dodge Neon.
She's gonna be the envy of all the nerd friends.
Oh, or the butt of all their jokes. That's nice. This is why it took me 4 hours of prep time last night taping. So I'm in there like, it's still not great, but from a distance, it's gonna look kind of rad.
Yeah.
So this is the original paint.
Mm-hmm.
It was in good shape. It was the only paint in good shape other than like the door jambs. Because the sun couldn't hit it direct like all day. It got some protection.
Well, and it's inset too, so
Yep, protected from scratches and.
Okay, hurry, hurry. Moving on. Oh, cut. Ugh.
That's awesome. I love it. All right. That's cool.
I feel like, has she ever watched Back to the Future? I think she totally needs to watch that.
All right, now this paint is not the original. This is a spray can of magenta that doesn't match perfectly, but hopefully it does the job. Wow, that's some contrast.
Very much so. It's gonna look awesome. Everybody's gonna know whose car this is.
Yeah, it'll be a no doubter for sure. I just hope we get a good shine.
Yes.
Because we're gonna clear coat over the whole thing next.
I was afraid this was gonna look janky, but this actually might turn out like pretty cool.
Halfway decent.
Yeah.
My sister has the utmost confidence of me, obviously. Oh, I've done some janky stuff in the past, haven't I? There. Awesome. Now I can sleep easy. Let's go pull it off of the bumper. So this magenta stripe goes all the way around the car, that little inlet, and then on the bumpers they actually stick out. I don't know why they're out on the bumpers and in everywhere else. Hey, Wasp.
He's been curious about this whole process.
He has. He, she, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know anything about wasps other than that stings.
It's got to be a boy wasp.
It
He's
stings
more
when it
interested in the
hurts.
car, and that might be a sexist comment, but I'm a chick, so I can say it.
All right, you need to be on this side for the reveal, I think. Or yeah, right there. Now this paint needs to be touched up. The tape pulled a little bit of off already, so this is a do-over. But it, you know, it's still a reveal. Oh yeah, that was a bad tape job. The white got through, or no, it was the primer that got through. Yeah, that's primer. And this bumper is not the original. All right. Whew. All right, kill the camera. Let's go watch Voyager or something.
Have something cold to drink with ice.
It's a lot darker than I expected.
The magenta looks a lot darker, doesn't it, against that white? What do you think?
It looks good.
It looks so retro, it's cool.
The first coat's on the car. I'll show you guys the first coat on the front bumper, which is sitting over there, and then I'll be doing the second coat on the car. This stuff went on better than easier, I should say, than the primer or the base coat white. And I think it's just because you can see where you've been easier, at least on the first coat. Now this one, it's already shiny now, so it'll be harder. So really got to keep track of where I've been. Because this stuff runs easier than the paint, certainly easier than the primer. All right, what am I doing?
That's strong stuff, man.
It is, isn't it? Man. Oh, I always get this on the wrong side. Struggle. I'm gonna be out there first, camera lady. Organization in general, not really my thing, is it, babe? All right, here we go.
I should probably come on this side.
It's like there's no do-overs, you know? It's pressure. See what I mean? First coat. Yay. Alright, first coat's done. Let's get on the second coat. What do you think?
A purple antenna.
It matches the magenta on the car. And it's still a little tacky, so I'm getting my fingerprints all over it now.
Oh, it's tacky, sticky, or tacky, tacky?
Sticky tacky.
Oh.
There. I'll tighten it later when it's dry all the way. What do you think?
Interesting.
A little quirky, right?
Yeah.
She didn't want me to do her windshield wiper arms because that'd be too much. Oh, but I'm doing this. So you don't want it to get like completely dry when you pull the tape. So it's good. I can rub my finger on it without it sticking. So it's time. It is time, as Rafiki would say.
Yes.
Rafiki, the monkey or orangutan?
I don't know.
Both. Neither. I don't know. So these are old rubber seals. We might try to clean them up later. Oh, you should probably be over on this side, since I'm pulling from this side. It looks like a new car, then you pull the tape off. I'm like, nope, still an old car. But we'll clean all the glass up and try to like polish, I don't know, clean the rubber seals and everything. I didn't take all the seals off because I'm lazy. Careful, careful. And notice the seal on this is gone because I have to replace the windshield anyway, so I figured I'd take the seal off and get a better paint job. One of these. How's that look?
Uh-huh.
Oh! Leave it. It'll come off later once it's not tacky at all. Oh, that looks nice. Well, a little bit pulled right there. A little bit. A little bit. That's why it's important to get the timing right, taking the tape off. That's not bad. I mean, it's a... Remember how many colors this car was?
5, 6.
All right. This will off. Mismatched screws, but they look like they're the same size where it matters. So these didn't come with new indicators. So it's going to look a little oddball. That's okay. Assembly at least comes with a new bolt. Oh no. Whew. We had that pinned when we mounted the bumper up. That would have been great if we had to disassemble the bumper. That was not fun. There goes. Yes. Ooh. Hey! Looks like a complete front end again. And we tried to resurface these. They're so old. if it bothers us, we might have to get a new one. This one sits back further than this one, and that's because this side was bashed in a wreck from who knows how long ago. So this was off of the replacement hood, this hood, off of a different car after its wreck. But we like it. It's a complementary color to the magenta, so we're going to keep it. I'm just going to super glue this down. Did I use too much? Oh, of course I did. Less is more, just leave it, right? Does it look straight? Mm-hmm. Too many videos on my phone. I gotta wrap this up. There she is. 3 coats of paint, 2 coats of clear. Kept the magenta stripe. Yeah. Front end turned out better than I thought it would. You can actually see maybe right there, there's a run. Now, I'm not done. I'm done painting, but the paint job's not perfect. And I read that you can do what's called a cut and buff. So I'm gonna see, read up on that. And see if I can get the paint job looking just a little better. Not that I'm looking for perfection, but if it's not too much to do it, why not, right? Whew, it's warm. So we're not done. The window on this driver door needs a something. Needs something. So I don't know if I'll tinker on that or if I'll just bring it. The windshield needs to be replaced anyway. So those professional window people will probably make quick work of the door. You can see my bad Bondo job right there and right there, but it looks better than it did without the bad Bondo job. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you made it all the way through, appreciate you. Man, that's so cute. It looks so much better than before. I'll try to drop a picture or two, like a before or after. Other corner after.